All right, all right, all right. Even though it looks like I'm eating, you know.
It does. I was wondering what the fuck you were doing. I was
Well,
like,
I'm trying to cover because like this is like a place I used to be affiliated with, and I ain't trying to give them no. But you know, what I mean, I ain't trying to, you know, we got the AC on or whatever, so I want to keep the sweater on, and I just left the gym from sweating my balls off, literally. Oh man, what's good, y'all? Sorry, that was the greatest intro ever. Oh man. All right, y'all, what's good? How y'all guys are doing? Welcome, welcome. This will be our new show. It's going to be called The Casting Room, where we'll be going over all of the movies and TV shows, giving our opinion. Let me see. Sorry. I was supposed to get the ready. There we go. That's the best one there. Sorry. Oh, man. We'll be giving you our opinions on the movies and TV shows. We are both movie buff TV shows. It's what we've been doing for years. We actually been talking about actually doing this show for years. And it finally just decided to happen. So obviously you'll see the different background and everything once we get that from Beats. But in the meanwhile, we just wanted to jump in here and give you guys something to look forward to. A lot of people still aren't working. A lot of people still at home. And you guys have pretty much ran through everything you think is possible out there. So we just want to dig into the crates and give y'all guys a little idea of, you know, shows that we think you might like. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A little tired. Tired of arguing, but I'm good.
As like rich people get tired, people. Rich people get tired.
But they don't stop working.
Nah, at all. At all. At all.
Don't stop.
So, I mean, tell you a little history or something, why, you know, why we think we qualified, or we just want to jump into it and show them why we qualified.
No, while we qualified. Now, you know what? It's what we like, you know. The same thing, a lot of this stuff is just our opinions, our reviews on what makes a good movie or a TV show or things that we look for. And a lot of it is what other people's look for, you know. So, you know, if I don't like it, it's a good chance somebody else out there ain't like it either. It's like, yeah, I ain't like that either when the girl did that. Why'd she do that? They think all black people do that? Or whatever. Yeah, you're right. But, nah, man, but have some fun with it and definitely go over some messed up movies.
Oh, man, that's the thing there. Like, and we do want to say this, like, you like what you like. Everyone's different.
Everyone does.
You have some people who can watch, like, Z movies, and I'm like, did you seriously see this dude just walk over? No, I can't do it. So, but, you know, again, it's just our opinion on how we feel. And if you ever have something that we haven't talked about or you would like for us to discuss, feel free, comment, let us know. And, well, we'll watch it too. Again, there are a lot of things that we haven't run across that, you know, you guys have watched. And, you know, hey, we're looking for new stuff also.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to kick it off?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So,
I like this one.
Teenage Bounty Hunters, which aired August 14th on Netflix. And some people like the Netflix theme. And the reason why I say that is it's like where they've released the entire series.
I do. Thank God.
I love it, especially at times like this where, you know, depending if it's like one of those 6 series or 8 or 10 or whatever, it kind of keep you busy for a couple of hours, give you an opportunity to check out something new. So this is Teenage Bounty Hunters. Obviously, it's in the title, let you know. They're teenagers and they're bounty hunters, but we'll get it a little more in depth than this.
Currently at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
91.
91%.
All right. So do you think that's a fair? You think that's low? Should it be higher?
Nah, I think
than
that's
91?
great. I think that's great. It hits there. I would definitely put it there. You want to go over the cast?
Well, we're going to cast because this is the same motherfuckers who gave what was it? Star Wars a 99, and that shit was garbage.
I mean,
and this is way better than that. Yeah, this is way better than that. Give him the cast, sir.
All right, so let's go over it. You have Maddie Phillips playing Sterling Wesley. That's the blonde-haired lady in the front.
Right. So this is the greatest thing about her. She's 25. but she's still young enough to play a teenager.
Yeah.
And I didn't think she was that old, so shout out to her.
You have, I believe they blanked out her face. Angelique Bett.
Right. So her
I
full name
think-
is crazy.
Yeah, but they're not showing the face here on
Right.
IMDb.
And this is
But I think that's the brunette, right?
right. This is the brunette.
Okay.
And she's playing. I think these ladies supposed to be like 17, 18-year-old.
They're supposed to be twins.
Twins,
Yeah, that are
and this is-
16 or 17. One of
I think they're seniors. So if they're seniors,
the two. 17
they'll
going
be 17, 18.
17, 18, yeah.
But this young lady is actually 15 years old.
Yeah.
So that's really why they kind of like blanked her name, and a lot of things on the hush hush about this young lady.
Yeah, that is a big difference. If I had known she was that age, I definitely would have been like,
Yeah, because you look at it like, damn. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's 15. I feel bad.
Yeah, they do a lot of adult
Because
stuff.
she's not. This is a rated R show, and it needs to be, just to put that out there for you
Yeah,
guys.
definitely there. You have another person who was one of the antagonists in there, Devon Hales. She plays a little white girl who
Oh, I love
who was
her.
snitching on who was
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that ends up
yeah.
being spoiler alert. We're gonna be spoiling
Yeah,
stuff here for
that's
you.
first.
Spoiler alert.
We're going to
yeah,
go into
spoiler.
depth details of all the shows we talk about. So if you're watching live, you can mute it. Or if you're watching, we'll let you know we're going to depth to kind of like little details of how the show and everything goes.
Yeah, you have Method Man, which was a surprise for me.
Very
That
big
was good,
surprise.
but really good.
He did
Method
a phenomenal
great
job. And he didn't play his normal role you would think a Method Man be playing.
Not at all.
Thug, hood, nah.
He is truly an actor.
Yes.
I don't even want to hear him rap no more.
Yeah, gotta give him his credit, man.
Yeah.
Really gotta give him his credit on this. If you ever question his acting chart, or
Yeah.
how high or how low you think he would be able to go, you would have to definitely be quiet to give him his just due.
Also, what drew me to the series, Kadeem Hardison. Now, this is a huge blown up version of Kadeem Hardison. This is not the Dwayne Wayne we grew up with in the 90s,
Yeah,
people.
my man definitely. What I like about it is you could tell this is a guy who I haven't seen him in anything like B movies or anything like that.
He
So
was in that series
Which
with
one?
Don Cheadle. Oh, man.
Oh, Black Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
That's another good one, too. That was another
I
sleeper.
refuse to watch that.
What?
I have
Black
to give
Monday?
it a chance. I have to give it a chance. Then
Oh, my God.
you just talked me into. I apologize.
Nah, that's good. Yeah, it was
I'll
good.
give it a chance. I'll give it a chance.
Black Monday is good, dude. It's
So
good.
like I guess with the Black Monday and then this getting him into that acting thing again, because he did disappear for a lot of years.
A lot.
A lot of years.
A lot.
And
of years.
he has put on some weight, but it didn't affect his ability to act.
No, it was very, very, very well. And Mackenzie Aston is the father of the two girls, playing the father of the two girls.
Right.
I'm not going to get everybody else because they're almost like B-list,
Get that,
but you'll see them.
That Latin shorty, that little,
Which one?
the bounty his boss.
Oh, they don't even have her on this.
They have her on it. We'll get her name, but she's beautiful.
We got to get it. Yeah. Anyway, I like the show. I like how it was. All right, so when I watched it came across, I was like, oh, it's gonna be funny. I know Kadeem Hardison always does a good comedy, and I didn't know Method Man was in it, and he popped up like in a couple of roles, like in the third episode.
Right.
Sold me from the thing. I was like, this is gonna be good. The premise of it is cheesy. You know, these two girls are trying to. They're out at night. They wreck their car.
We gotta tell them how it happened. All right, so
Yo, go ahead.
how he opens up with these two young ladies in two separate cars.
Yeah.
The blonde hair young lady, the what's her name again?
Angelique?
And no, the blonde one.
Her real name?
Yeah, no, in the show, she was
hold on, let me pull it up for you.
Apologies, people.
Blair.
Blair.
She plays Blair. The
She
other
play-
one plays Sterling.
Right. So Blair is really heavy Christian.
They both are.
They both
They go to a
they
Christian
go to a heavy
school.
Christian school.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
but Blair is the big one. So the scene opens up where she's in the car with her boyfriend, and she's trying to convince her boyfriend to have sex.
The blonde one is.
The blonde
yes,
one,
yes,
Blair.
yes.
So she's finally ready, and her boyfriend is like, "No, and he starts, kind of talking about how God would feel bad. And this young lady who was well prepared started quoting scriptures on why he need to tap that ass.
Yeah.
So she convinced him to have sex. So we'll go to the other car with the other sister, Sterling.
You said it backwards.
So sorry.
So you went on to the other car with Blair. Sterling was the one who had sex. The blonde
Sterling
hair
had
one.
sex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Blair did have sex too.
Well, she's
Well,
hand job. That's
she
it.
pretty much gave the guy a hand job.
Yeah.
She's talked about it, but that's as far as she's actually went. And then after the two leave and they're on their way home, they wind up crashing into someone. And during the chase, these young ladies, I forgot what they're at, Georgia. So these
Yes.
young ladies are carrying weapons. And they just happen to bump into Kadeem, who's chasing a gentleman who skipped bail. And they help him apprehend him. And he's willing to share the bounty with them. And this is how they get into it. I'm trying to give you a little without giving you everything, people.
Yeah.
But this is how these young ladies get into the bounty hunter business. They wind up teaming up with Kadeem Hardison's character to start tracking down bounties to help pay for the accident to fix their father's car, which
Right.
they got into the accident. Wow.
Right. So you knew it was cheesy from that premise.
Absolutely.
How can you think these two young girls are truly bounty hunters? Because they go back for more jobs. Because he's like, hey, we're willing to split with you if you work 50-50. Now, they play up to Kadeem Hardison's size. He can't run as fast as them. He can't do that. The guy,
And
he's
they're
not as
white,
quick.
so they'll be able to get certain places that he will not be able to get into.
Well, that's what I liked about the show. Because when they went over the country club stuff, they definitely know, like, yeah, these people are white, racist, they're not able to go in there. He was like, you're right.
And they played, especially.
They played it, They played it really good. Go ahead.
So there was this, where he talked about the whole racist thing in the club. One of the episodes where they were chasing this black young lady who was cutting off the statue of the heads of racist guys that had statues of her.
Yes.
And Kadeem wound up getting into the club, even though he was black, but by getting off the fact that he's looking to capture the black woman who's cutting off the heads of the statues. This show played race. It played sexism.
Yeah.
It played so many different things in a good way.
Yeah.
Teenage love.
I can't knock it. It did everything well. It went over how the girls transitioned. Spoiler alert. Blair.
Everything
Blair. The blonde hair one, ends up being gay. She starts out with a man having sex. The mother finds out. She goes over this. But she ends up hooking up with her biggest,
a nemesis, a.k.a. former best friend, but now she's a nemesis. And
right.
They wind up connecting in a sexual way, and now it's the whole fighting to where's, do I come out? I'm scared to come out. My family is super religious. My father is all about heterosexual. So it touches a lot of bases on it, and that's what I loved about it. It really showed the struggle that people go through as far as if you feel one way and someone else wants you to be another way.
Yeah, it did. Especially with the girl with the big switcheroo. So Blair ends up hooking up with a black guy.
Right. At the country club.
And he worked at the country club. But the twist of it, he parks the cars, but the twist of it was his mom's a senator and he got a house bigger than all of them in the fucking country club.
Oh, and all their service was white. That shit was funny as hell.
So, and the parents knew that, So, they looked at him different, but she was so shocked when she found out. So, and I liked when he took her to the college party, and she's saying that. It's like, why the hell we want that? You think we all the same and all that? And it just shows the dichotomy of the people,
Right.
All blacks aren't the same. They don't think the same. They don't think everybody wants this freedom. They don't think all this wants that. So it played it very, very, very well. I like how Kadeem Hardison kind of took a liking to the brunette one. When he talked to her on the phone, when he was supposed to be partnering up with Method Man. Method Man's got his ass beat.
That episode was phenomenal. To
where were you?
And the greatest thing about it is Kadeem Hardison Part 2 showed how
Yeah.
someone goes through life experiences,
Yes.
ups and downs, and try to rebuild their life. And you know, he has a boss, and his boss is his sister-in-law, who he used to date,
Right.
and kind of still has feelings for. So there's always that love twist there.
Yeah.
And then the sister actually does show up. So there's an episode where these guys met the man part, who is this well-built, proper, well-mannered bounty hunter who could cook his butt off. The role he played was phenomenal. They had to team up to capture this big jump. And in the midst of that, brunette called them, going through life problems where the black guy she was dating, she finally dropped everything and ran to his house and expressed how much she cares and loves him.
Yeah.
And he never told his parents that she ever existed. So she's dealing with the heartache of that. So she calls him right in the midst of them trying to, get the jump. And he just clearly walks off. In the back of the screen, you see Method Man getting his ass whipped by multiple people.
Yo.
And Kadimah's on the phone just really trying to help this young lady through her troubles.
Right. I definitely I liked how they put in the plot that he worked at an ice cream store. You know what I mean?
That was a good. That was
he was like,
his-
"Yo, don't knock my main hustle." You
Yeah,
want me
that
with
was
it?
his hustle. His what do you say,
Yeah.
like his way to hide in plain sight.
Yeah.
You know, and I loved about the way this the screen was written about this, to where they worked his day job into where they gave out free coupons to specific people,
Right, to
show
capture
up
people,
for free
yes.
yogurt,
Yes.
and then where people would skip bail, and these guys would just show up for free
Yes.
yogurt, and they
Yeah.
would arrest them.
Yeah.
So they made sure they wrote that in there.
Yeah,
So it was
that was really good. What else did they cover? They covered a lot of things.
Well, yeah, racism. Again, with the whole LGBTQ plus,
sexism,
sexism, racism, placism also.
Yes.
As far as know your place. We have money. We don't have money.
Yeah.
It also talked about having the strength to kind of like be yourself, raise your voice up with the
Yeah.
father, and him working for his father and running a company but not getting paid for it technically.
Now, see, when I first saw that, I thought that was her father.
Oh, you did?
I thought, yeah, and I thought that they were flipping. All right, so this is like we were just talking about storyline and plot. This is where it kind of got topsy turvy. See,
Love the
when they brung in the twin sister, the mother's twin sister. Again, spoiler alert. The mother's twin sister, and she was the one.
which you didn't see coming. And that was the greatest thing about
Not at all.
the way this story was built.
You thought the mother was out creeping.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything you saw,
Yeah.
and especially if you catch little things that they showed, you
Yeah.
think, oh, I got this, and then they threw a loop. So the plot and the screen, the way it was written, perfect. Got it.
Yeah, especially things like when they passed the mother and they went in with the guns and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, did mom just see us?" And they walked up to her like, "Nah, I was out at shopping. Yeah, me too. All right."
Yeah, and she was like, oh, I'm going to pick her up. She was like, oh, no, you picked her up. What?
Yeah.
So this whole entire time, you had no idea
Yeah.
that she was a twin herself.
Come to find out, they're not twins.
The sisters
they-
aren't twins. Well,
yeah,
the two teenagers.
The two twins, they're not twins. They have two separate mothers, two separate fathers. You know what I mean? So,
And that's the thing that kind of threw me with that, because they always had this twin thing. So look forward to that, where they would talk and be able to communicate with each other without actually moving their words,
now see
where
that
everyone else can
that
see.
freaked me out because in the middle, because they stopped right talking in the middle, like, yo,
Yeah.
it is.
So
Yeah,
it
I'm like,
showed you the twin bond
wanna
and
see that.
how strong it is.
Yeah.
And then come to find out they're not actually really twins. And then the fact that the mothers did it.
Yeah.
And it's like that's how they got it for, but the bond was so close that they were able to do it also.
Yeah. I really want to see how season 2 turns out,
Oh man.
because I'm like, okay, so now he can make a big bounty because she was one of the biggest ones.
right. She was worth
You know what I'm
90
saying? He
grand.
could easily take her back in.
Right. Take
You
her
know?
in, but now it's the whole thing of, how does Sterling go knowing her whole entire life has been a lie? With both sisters.
And the mother was hard on her when she found out she had sex, like really hard.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, and I thought this of you, and I was like, wow. I really want to see, because everything that you would think of the characters was switched completely.
Yeah.
Completely switched. Everybody. You didn't think Method Man to act this way. You didn't think Kadeem Hardison to act this way. You didn't think
phenomenal acting.
Yeah,
all the way around the board.
Everybody did a great job.
All the way around the board. The teenagers did what teenagers do.
Yeah.
And it kind of may aggravate you, but that's what teenagers do.
I just don't want to drop the ball for season 2.
Yeah, and that's the thing there. But I think the fact that every episode was so on point.
Yeah.
You can't drop the ball. It's not like, you watch a lot of series and there's that 1 or 2 episodes where they kind of like stretch it and try to make it longer than it actually is.
Oh, no.
Not the case here at all.
Nah.
Every episode had something to do with the ending, which was phenomenal because it caught you totally off guard. You didn't see it coming out of the blue. Again, the plot, whatever you think you know, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's going to catch you. You're going to be caught off guard. And the acting, again, phenomenal across the board. The only thing that made me uncomfortable is when you realize this young lady is 15, because at the beginning she got this nice little hole at the top with the boobies
they play
out.
her up.
She got the nice little tight whatever on, and you look at him like, oh, she nice as hell. And you're like, oh, what, 15? Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's sort of like somebody really messed up in the casting.
Yeah,
Like, I thought we were looking for 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
And everybody.
I think she played it well.
They definitely played it well.
She's a great actress.
He definitely played it well.
Phenomenal all the way around. Again, the acting was great. The screenplay, I think, was very well written. The plot, you won't be able to get it. And the ending, it made you want season 2 to start the next day.
Yeah, the story was cute enough to stand on its own. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Them helping him out, him giving them money, but also help them out in their thing, because he became their father role.
Right.
So it was good. I definitely worth a watch, man.
Definitely was. So give it a chance. I think it's 8 or 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
10 episodes. Every episode is interesting.
Yeah.
It'll keep you.
They're not even long. They're like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's like so it keeps you glued to it.
Yeah.
They don't stretch it on. You're gonna be happy with it. You won't be. Again, if you're young, this is a film that you would watch as a family, as long as your kids is age appropriate to your standards.
No young kids.
To your standards. Because there is nudity in there, and they're talking about a lot of sex and stuff like that. But as long as your kids are teenagers to where you think they can handle what they're saying, this is a movie, a TV show that the whole entire family can watch and enjoy and not feel like you're lost in the loop.
Yeah, easy for everybody to understand. Definitely.
All right, so, check that out, y'all. We're going to keep it moving. Jeff's favorite one.
Lovecraft Country. Oh, J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele done cooked up some magic right here.
And what I love about this is I don't think you would normally think that these two gentlemen would work together.
Really?
Like, I wouldn't see it. I mean, I'm not saying they hate each other or they're not good. I think both of them are phenomenal at what they do. But I wouldn't. It's hard to have two great people come together and make one great series.
Well, I don't know how much they were like hand on. So he's a producer.
Sorry.
It's a book.
It's a book.
But he's a producer, and JJ, I know they used his studio for the creatures.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what I mean? I don't think any of them was sitting in the room. I think they probably walked by like, how that project doing?
Well, how some people don't want to work together because they don't want this person to eat. I want this one to eat.
They got
whatever.
different directors per episode, so it's good.
It was real. So far, this is up to episode 3.
Yes.
Tomorrow will be episode 4. And this is, whoa. The opening, one of the opening scenes is where they're in space. You see space guns and shooting, and then you see number 42 himself show up with a bat and split an alien in half, Jackie Robinson.
So I gotta say this. This is a show that you may want to watch each episode like twice, 3 times.
Yeah, a lot of hidden gems.
There's a lot of hidden
subliminal stuff.
A lot of stuff about how Jim Crow laws were, how growing up in this is not the South, folks. This is the North. They talk about Chicago. They talk about New Hampshire. They talk about everything there. But how the laws affected up here, the sundown towns. Yeah. You talk about and I didn't even pick up in the third episode. They had Emmett Till in it.
Yeah, they did.
The little boy with the tie.
Yeah.
And I had to watch somebody else say that. I was like, yo. And he was talking about, because he was on the Ouija board talking about, is my trip down south going to be good? And the motherfucker's like, no. No. He's like, he ain't lying. You might want to stay home. What else? They were talking about Martin Luther King. Oh, my God. They were talking about
What
Martin
I loved
Luther King.
about it is they talked about his interest in white women, which a lot of people don't want to talk about.
But no, they were fact on how his real name was Michael.
Yeah.
It used to be the Michael was his father. Was the when the father changed the name to Martin, he changed the name to Martin. Yeah, but it was so many hidden gems like that was in there, and I was like, oh, I gotta give these guys credit. I can't, because you just watching it for history facts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I love how they draw you in, and then they keep you there with all the rest of the story.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and Jeff hit it right on the head. This is something that you have to watch, a show you have to watch a couple of times, because you're gonna miss some stuff, and you're paying attention, and you're like, hold on, we're talking about vampires, and this is 19 what, and what's going on? So it plays the mystical powers heavy in this, and it played with the Garden of Eden heavy in this, with the Adam and the powers and symbols and mystic stuff going on. And the main character, this gentleman here, his mother got pregnant by the main character.
Yes,
well,
one of the
not
wizards.
the main character, one of the main
wizards.
The
main wizards, yeah.
His mother got pregnant by that guy, and because of his blood, he's one of the forefathers, as you would like to call it.
Right.
Of which. So what's trying to happen here is they're trying to get the Book of Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And by getting the Book of Adam, it has so many different spells and a lot of things you would be able to do in there. So it's only up to the third episode, so there's only but so much we could get. But that third episode spooked me the hell out with that Exorcist, with the guy who was cutting the black people up, and with the baby head, the big dude.
As soon as I saw the mystic lady go in there with the goat, I was like, oh, you dead.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but you gonna be the first going out. That
every
motherfucker's
episode,
showing
it's
now.
like it brings the mystic in, like the last third episode again. The house was haunted.
Yeah.
And it was a house that was where a white guy who's part of this faction
would perform
experimentations on black people.
Yeah, that he abducted.
And one of you will see is when he took this basketball playing guy and stitched a baby head on him.
Yeah.
So if you're like skirmish or whatever, this may not be for you. But at the
side
end,
note that I didn't even know either,
what?
They put the lady's name. They had the lady in there, because when Letty is saying the names for the people to come back.
Right.
That's one of the ladies who was operated on by the guy with the gynecologist with no anesthesia. Yeah, no anesthesia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, one of the black ladies. So like I said, it's one of those things like everything is caught up in there.
Right.
You got to pay attention to it about 2 or 3 times. It's good though. I mean, it is awesome. I want Uncle George to come back. Somebody please raise his ass.
I think they're gonna bring him back.
I hope so, because that white lady out there chilling. I was like, we're gonna need to attack.
Yo, she not playing. Yo,
This
little white lady got some powers. She not playing.
Yo, when she froze him in that room.
Yeah, man.
You can't just go around shooting white ladies.
Yeah.
He was like, oh,
He was
damn.
pausing, really trying and whatever.
You know what I thought about? I don't know if he did that to get information from her. Meaning that he wasn't going to try to kill her anyway.
No, I think he wanted to kill her ass. I really think because
because the crazy boy is still around. Remember the boy who helped him in the thing, the other white boy who was
Yeah,
in the house.
yeah,
I
true.
know he ain't dead. He left. He left the house
Yeah, he
before.
hauled
this.
ass. He hauled ass. He hauled
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. Hey,
They're gonna bring some more stuff out. So like it's a couple episodes, a lot of episodes to go. But out of the 3 episodes, I'm hooked. Every Sunday, I'm
Yeah.
ready to get it. I don't like the main main actor. He don't do it for me, but I mean his acting isn't that bad for me. But I think all the other roles, and you know, I really like the whole. I'm looking at this young lady's name, real last name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does that name seem so familiar? I'm like, oh, that's her brother.
yeah.
Smith, whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Smollett. I'm no disrespect to you and your name. But, you know, we know what your brother
Juicy
did.
Smouye.
Smouye, So, you know, I didn't know that was her brother.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, so the whole family's talented. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, they're all actors.
Yeah, because she can sing and she can act, whatever. I really didn't see her doing this kind of adult role. She's always played like, you know,
Yeah, she never played this role.
right.
Like
But I think she's doing a very good job.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to continue it. So again, can't talk about the ending because it hasn't ended. The plot is good. We're talking about the Garden of Eden. They want the Book of Adam. These guys want to have the whole thing is to get immortality. These guys want to live forever.
Yeah.
And they're thinking them being able to get the Book of Adam and get to the Garden of Eden, these guys will have the powers to live forever, and that's what these guys are chasing.
Yeah, it's really dark, like
Yeah.
at that point. But it's funny because this does come from a book. They have adapted it. They changed it. They said the book was written by a white man, and they said it's written in the form of
Thank you, Michelle.
to be a pilot. It's written like so he was gonna sell it for a pilot. That's what
Yeah,
he's written for.
yeah.
So, but it was done because the girl in the book is not a girl. George's daughter is not a girl,
Right.
and she's a boy, and I don't. It's no, the witch lady is not there. I think it's a guy, if memory serves. But yeah,
It's
man.
switching things around, you know. It's a
Which
lot
is
of
good.
happens
I like
with
how
it,
they did
but
it,
yeah,
yeah.
it brings a different feel to it. It brings a different aura to it.
Oh, hands down.
Again, great acting. So far, I'm hooked. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the continuation, and obviously next week we'll talk about. We're just catching her up. So once we catch her up next week, we'll talk about the individual episode itself, and that will be episode 4.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So keep it going. One of my favorites.
Discovery of Witches.
Woo! Woo! All right, y'all. So this is the BBC be pumping out some phenomenal shows.
They got some hidden gems.
They got some hidden gems, and I'm pretty sure this is one that a lot of people don't know too much about it because I just stumbled into it. And I stumbled into it, and then something happened, and it took me a whole month to find this again.
Really?
And then I started watching it. Because you know how sometimes you're watching, like, okay, upcoming shows, whatever, and then they showed this, and it was interesting, and then I had to go do something, and I came back, I forgot all about it, and then you're like, damn, what was that show? What was that show?
They started to show this on TV,
Yes.
and then it fell apart because I caught it on the stream, and then I was like, oh, it's on TV. So I just watched it on TV for a bit, and then something happened, and I didn't get back to it.
So that's
But,
the thing.
Yeah.
So this is obviously a Discovery of Witches. This young lady, Teresa, I think Tamala, her name is.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Apologies, young lady. Sorry. But this is where they bring demons, werewolves, witches, and everyone's
yeah.
battling for a particular book. Everyone wants power. Every faction has their own leader that they come to the council, but obviously at the end of the day, everyone wants to be in charge.
Yeah.
And this is a young lady who doesn't know how strong her abilities actually are. And throughout the course of the shows in season 1, because the season 2 is they're still trying to work that out, but it is coming. But with the whole COVID thing, messed a lot of shows up. is where she starts to realize how powerful she actually is.
She didn't even know she was a witch.
She
Remember
didn't-
they put a spell on her.
Yeah,
So
they
she
put
didn't
her,
even
well,
know.
she knew she was a witch. She didn't know. They put a spell to hide a lot of her strength
Right.
because she was as powerful as she is. That again, it starts to come out in the episodes, and she winds up falling in love with a vampire, which is forbidden
Right.
in this show, and it's pretty much again her finding out how powerful she is. The love for the vampire. A lot of people don't want her to be, they don't want them to be together.
And in that world, vampires are dying.
Yeah, well, they're unable to sire more lines.
Right. They can't. Yeah.
Right.
So there's whatever
and
you have.
there's something with
it.
the blood, and her blood is has something. Well, her blood brings out an older faction that they really didn't know too much about.
Right.
Her mother was a vampire. I'm sorry, a witch, and her father was normal.
Right.
Unless that's what they're trying to make you believe.
Yeah. Until season 2.
Right, until
Exactly.
they're gonna come.
You were a
again,
werewolf.
right?
That's it.
But again, there's a lot of fighting, a lot of mystical powers in there. Great acting, a great storyline. Again, she, they don't put her as being this little weakling. She, she
No.
has little power, but she didn't know how strong she was.
Right.
And a lot of stuff was kept from her because of the way her parents died and the way her parents died. So a lot of
yeah.
things were kept from her, and she starts to discover a lot of things during this course.
Yeah, it was pretty good. BBC likes to take times when they do their shows. Sometimes they'll drag out certain scenes or certain of a book. I'm like, all right, I don't need to see him chase you across the goddamn hills.
Right,
That's when
right,
it started to lose you. But then they only do episodes, like 6 episodes.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the whole
it's
series.
just like what was it? Killing Eve. It's like 8 episodes, in and out. In and out. Not trying to draw it on in 35 episodes and stuff like
Straight
that.
to the meat.
Straight to the meat.
That's it.
Straight to the meat.
Yeah,
So
man.
this is something you guys might want to check out. Again, it has good acting, great effects. Again, if you're into the werewolves, vampires, and demons and stuff, this will draw you in.
Yeah.
And it'll keep you in because it's very well done.
Yeah, it's definitely
nothing
good.
cheesy about it.
It's definitely good.
Season 1 is complete, so you would be able to run straight through that. And season 2 is in the works. So keep your eyes out for that. So the ending I like because it kept you. They at the end fighting the factions like they did. They tried to go back into the past to correct something, and then one of them get left out. So one's there, one's in the future. So the ending keeps you going. So I like the ending. The plot of it, I mean, it could have been better, but I like it. Again, it's witches. Vampires.
Apparently, they left a lot of stuff out from the book.
Yeah.
And I definitely can believe it. I was like, they
So
probably had too
you
much.
can tell they put it's the plot isn't perfect, but it'll keep you glued to it.
Yes.
It'll keep you interested into it.
Yes.
Again, this is a book. This is one of the a bestseller. Again, they didn't put a lot of the book in there. They put some of it in there. But it's still good, and again, the acting is good. So again, if you guys are searching for something to look for, which a lot of you are right now, Discovery of a Witch is something you definitely want to take a look at. Especially, again, for fellas, something you want to watch with your young lady. There's a love story in it, but there's enough action to keep you in it, and there's enough love to keep her in it. So it's something you guys can watch together.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
All right, let's keep it going. Something I've been waiting for.
The boys are back.
The boys are back.
The boys are back.
And they kept pushing this one back, and it kept pissing me off heavily.
Before we go any further, let me tell you one thing that really pissed me off when I was watching it. The first 3 episodes that came out.
Okay.
They recasted Homelander's son.
You saw that. You saw that, right?
That shit threw me so fucking off. I'm like, who the fuck is this little kid? Wait. Yeah. And in the previews that they've been playing, they never...
Yeah, they had. It's
They
always been
kept
the
that
old,
same
It's been the
boy.
old young man, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, Oh, why didn't they just keep that shit threw me off. I thought it was like oh, they're gonna be like, oh, that's not even the kid.
It's not.
You
That's
know
what
what
I
I mean?
thought.
Like, they go
Until like he kind of like wilded out on his father.
yeah,
I was like,
and then the
oh,
eyes
okay.
lit up, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay. But that shit gave me the hardest time watching the third episode. Dude. I was just sitting there like, yo, what fucking kid is this? Nah, go back. Yeah. But go ahead. Where are we gonna start?
All right, okay. So for you guys who've been under a rock, again, this is Amazon's original season 2 dropped today. Unfortunately, Amazon started doing that dumb shit of
Every Friday.
going week to week, which I despise, especially after the first season. I think they did with the first season too, didn't they? I think
Nah, I
they did with the
think
first
they
season.
dropped the
They
first
dropped
season.
the whole thing.
No, you know what? You may be right.
They did it again. So they released the first couple episodes, and then they make first 3 the first day, and then you have to go week to week to catch. So again, Boys is where you have Basher as a former FBI, CIA guy
Yeah.
who has it out for the biggest villain superhero, Homelander, because of his wife, who he thinks killed his wife, made her disappear, and the entire show is him trying to bring them down. But in
Yeah.
order to do that, he has to bring other people in to help him do this.
Yeah.
So what I love about this show, if you love superheroes and you think superheroes are always rainbows and sunshine, this turns it on its head.
This
To
is,
where the shit they do when the fucking cameras not
this
on.
shit is so true, dude. Like, I can imagine every superhero just being a dick.
just being a super
Or
dick.
regular, like, yo, I'm just here for the bag. What do you want to
Yeah.
do? Like,
Because
shit.
you're a superhero, you have all these powers, and you just gonna be this goody two shoe every day.
Yeah.
No, these motherfuckers is killing people.
Yeah. Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's all about the ratings and
Yo.
all the other stuff. It's funny, man.
Yeah, they're all back. I liked how they gave the Asian girl, Kimiko. I like how they gave her that little sub arc with her brother.
Oh yeah.
That ties
It
it.
brought it home why it's so hard for her to communicate and stuff like that.
Yeah. You know what? They cleared up a lot of stuff that you weren't going to get, from the comics, because they already deviated from the comics. But
Big time.
they did. They gave a lot of things, like it put them on their own. She don't talk because we were in the field. You know what I mean? And
Watch her parents die, so
yeah,
it traumatized her.
so we made our own language, and he was
Right.
like, "Can you teach me?" Nah, fuck you. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the fact that he flipped at the end and was like, "Yo, just get out." You know what I mean? And crushed, tried to crush Homelander to save them. I love Stormfront. I love how they did the new Stormfront
Oh,
character.
she's a bitch.
Yo,
I love her.
a bigot, racist
Them two
bitch, like
go at it.
undercover. But that's what I want to see. I want to see them. I'm like, they're probably gonna have some type of love. You know what I mean? But like, I gotta be in charge. No, I gotta be in charge. You know what I mean? Like, yo, when she killed the black people.
Fam. Yo, I was like, yo.
Not even like, yo, move out my way. It was just like, bang. Like, I was like, wait. They're not even, what are you doing?
You
just-
went in their house.
and then blew up the whole fucking
Apartment.
apartment building. I'm like, yo. But did you see at the end when they were there giving the food out to the people?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you sons of bitches.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you, like,
Yo.
the darkness of it. And he love it because, like, you think every superhero or everyone's the same. No, you know what I mean? The superheroes are villains, and the villains are superheroes. It
Yeah,
depends on
and yo, he kept
the
pushing
time.
that super villain shit.
Yeah.
Nah, they super villains.
Yeah.
I mean, super terrorists.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
like, nah.
kept pushing it. So Homelander is I guess you would say, the scariest, most powerful superhero.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the strongest
Right,
superhero.
the strongest. So at the end of season 1, where it went out as far as that these guys were made, they weren't born. And in the beginning of the first 3 episodes of season 2 is how it's coming out.
Right.
About the situation. And again, Basher, the guy who wants to kill Homelander for killing his wife, finds out at the last episode of season 1 that his wife is still alive.
Yeah, that was a main fuck. They got a good go into, well, I'm
I
like,
want to know because she put off that whole pregnancy. Was she raped? She wasn't. So hopefully they go deeper into it.
I want to know. So, all right. So I heard a theory. Somebody just spitballing some shit. It was like, is that even Homelander's son? It's like, could that be?
They got the same powers.
Could that be
That's
Butcher's son? Like maybe they juiced her when she was pregnant and he kept her, and just went with the story.
Nah, because the thing is, my thing is the fact that she's hiding, and she's going with it, which means they had sex.
Now I think,
So
yeah,
and that's where the whole thing to me kind of throws me. Like, okay, did he rape her? Was she all Google eyes because this is Homelander, and she might have thought he was a different person than he was. She thought he was just that in-camera guy, and this is a guy who threatens the shit out of everyone. He went to save a plane, and he couldn't do it, and they were asking him to fly him down, and he threatened to raid the shit out of him to save him and the other young lady and watch the plane crash instead of saving anybody.
Yeah, you know that was the reality part. Because what I loved about the first season, they were like, none of these guys are trained. They're not trained to use their powers. They're not trained in any of these situations. You can't just throw them up there. And I knew the corporation knew that. That's why they always tried to keep him out of military involvement or whatever.
Right,
and the
right.
fact that he did it.
And always gave him scripts and stuff to read.
I love, who's the actor? Giancarlo? The Spanish dude always plays the black guy.
Public Enemy T-shirts and the BDP.
No, that's that's the other Spanish dude who always played Mother's Milk.
You talking about the?
I'm talking about the corporate dude.
Okay.
With the glasses. You know what I'm talking about? Who always plays the villain?
Actor, yo.
Yes, I love him.
I thought he was black for the longest, homie.
You didn't know he wasn't black?
Nah.
Word?
That's just like the first time you saw
every
Shaft.
movie he played, it was a black character.
Yeah.
Every movie.
I didn't know he was black. That's just like Shaft, the first Shaft with, not the first one, but the Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson, my man Peoples, he was black, but I thought the nigga was Spanish for real. He played that Spanish role so good.
Yeah.
They said they on the cottons and dips and more than
Yo, I love.
Yes,
he sold that role when
he did.
When
Homelander ran up on him.
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, I'm fixing up the problem.
Yeah.
You created. You had to run around and gave them drugs." He said, "So while you out there parading and doing this," I was like, "Oh," I said,
scared of him.
I said, "This is going to be
a
fight. Big." Main battle.
Right. Yeah,
I said, because if you got the spoiler from the spoiler alert again, you know, Black Noir was made to kill Homelander.
Thank you.
He was made so.
Thank you.
I don't know how they're gonna spin that, and I think that's a big part of that character's existence. So you know what I'm saying? He's the he went out of hand, hit him on a line. You know what I mean? And we can't wheel him in for control. But then I'm like, how do you wheel any of those fuckers in for control? I was like, because look, like Stormfront just went in and just murdered motherfuckers without even being told. And the homie was like, I told you he was mine. I was coming back. All I knew, I was coming back.
He wanted she's woman power, but the right way. She gets into it with Bright Light, about the whole playing a role and, you're super corporate. You're not like me. And I knew she was going to be a problem. I just didn't think she was going to really challenge him right away like that.
Yeah.
Where as far as all the other main character, Meg, the strong young lady, she's so scared of him.
Yes.
She's petrified
because she's watched him flip and and just kill people.
Dude that she just was cool with, he literally tore this man into pieces.
Do you think Meg knows that he killed the girl?
No, I don't think she knows. But then again, what can she do?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
That's always been her
So when she
thing.
went back to her old ex-girlfriend and was like, "Yo, I seen this dude freak out." That's why I don't say nothing.
Right, and I don't want him to do it to you, which is why I got to keep you at arm's length. But you want to be, you want to be hand in hand out in the public, and this guy's not going to allow this. And I've seen him kill people already.
Yeah. Yeah, for less. You know what I mean? So
that battle between him and the Storm, that's going to be.
Yeah, I see. I don't know because they might try to do some world domination shit, but I think you have to end up killing her.
I think them two will wind up hitting it off.
But that's what I'm saying.
It has.
That's
to
what
be.
I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Because the way they have it is like there's no one that can really. He's indestructible. He's like their version of Superman.
A lot of them are. Yeah, they got so much indestructibility, but so much they can cause so much devastation. So I'm like, what the hell do you do with somebody? But then I loved how you really saw what would the superheroes do with these weird gifts if they don't have shit like Homelander. So like the Gecko dude, when he was just selling so people can like cut him up.
Yo, that was funny as hell.
Yo, I thought he was gonna suck his dick or something.
Yeah,
I was
I'm like,
all right, go ahead.
trafficking,
100, yeah.
So this guy has like gecko abilities where you could chop
can
off
grow
a
his limb back,
limb
yeah.
and it can regrow. So he's like, yo, you chop my dick off for extra thousands. He's like, where's the ATM?
Yeah. I was like, yo, I know there's some crazy motherfuckers that would do it too. Like, yo, go get that money. Yo, so when I sit there and think back, I love how when we see him, you know, again, and she's blackmailed him and to do it, and he walks up with the eye patch, you see how the company is using him to test stuff as a human guinea pig.
He wanted to see how his eye reacts to.
Yeah.
Well, as a corporation, like
Right.
many corporations sell different products.
Right.
Like
right.
Johnson & Johnson sells deodorant, but they also sell talcum powder. So they wanted to see how his eye react to certain things or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So I was like, I love that it's based in that real reality. It was like, yo, we just gonna use you to market you and do that. Like he told them, he said, you're an asset of the company, man. I said, you're just here to make money.
That's it.
You know, and I love how it showed the Starlighter, how she, hated, like, yo, I hate this. I hate, you know what I mean? Like, I hate doing this. I might take him down.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
yeah.
the way she went in was crazy with the nigga forcing her to suck his
dick.
You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny as hell.
That shit had me rolling.
It's just like you should have bit his dick off or whatever.
Yo, that shit. So now that was a funny thing, right? So then I was like, well, damn, who else knows the fucking story? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, she put it out there at the
Oh, that's right.
towards the end. So when they wanted
totally
to get the
forgot
deep
about
out,
that, yeah.
which is why he was out of the 7.
Yeah.
Because they looked at him as it's all about image and everything, and the fact that you forced a woman to go down on you is
Yeah.
how they kicked him out, and the fact that he hates himself because he has gills that he doesn't want to show anything.
Now I love how they had that shit come back. Like they showed his down, and the church is trying to help him get
that
back.
shit funny. as
Yo, that
hell.
shit had me rolling with the black dude. He was like, "Yeah, what's your name? Robin? We're Robin or something?" It's like, motherfucker, you met me. You met me already. Never mind. That shit had me dying. Yo, his story. The character the dude was playing with the Arrow dude. His story was a comedic joke.
Arrows against a Tech 9.
Yes, he said there's only so many arrows.
He said I was in tears.
Yo, it was that simple humor, but I was like, yeah, nigga. Like when you think about it, like what the fuck can Hawkeye do, nigga? Like
Yeah.
get a gun, nigga. Like everybody else.
Well, I like how they
shit.
do him like Hawkeye, because like he's also excellent at hand to hand. And it's not just the arrows.
Yeah.
he's a beast all the way around.
That shit.
So
had me,
that'd be good.
that
So
shit had me
hey,
hollering, dude.
you got the whole entire. If you haven't, the whole entire first season is up.
Yeah, yeah,
Season 2, they just dropped the first 3 episodes.
yeah.
So you got catch up on that, and we'll start with this one because it's current. We'll start focusing and honing in on episode 4 itself.
Yeah. Oh, and really quick, I love how they played on Butcher, and they see how everybody sees how much he really is a dick because he only made the deal to get his wife.
It was all about him.
It was
all
always
about
on. It was
him.
only about him, especially now that he knows you're alive. He didn't say you going back home. He said, "Nah, I go to go get my wife." Yeah.
All about himself.
Yeah.
All about himself. So again, we'll talk about episode 4. But the guys have a week to catch up.
Yeah.
They'll drop episode 4, and we'll home in on that individual one itself. We'll run through this one real quick. Jeff ain't like this one too quick, but
No, thank you. I got to be the only one out here saying this. The action was good. The cinematography was great. The CGI was good. The story sucked. Story made no sense. And this is how we go back to the plot. When you start to follow something through, the one simple mistake, and it ate out my mind.
tears the whole thing down.
I'm like, why did we need excuse me, I'm probably messing his name up. Damian Chitu, the black CIA guy, the ex-black CIA guy. We can take you out of this whole story and keep this whole shit trucking, and it would be probably 10 times better. I don't believe that you switched. You knew what they were going to do. They were going to torture and rip them apart and do whatever they had to do to find the cures and whatever it is. And then you grew a heart. That destroyed the whole destroyed the whole rest of the movie for me. And the black girl was annoying for me.
She was.
I'm sorry.
She was.
I'm sorry.
She was. All right, so The Old Guard is a Netflix movie where the whole story is all of these individuals are immortal.
Yes.
These guys die over and over again, and they come back to life. They've been alive. Shanae Sturman's character has been around the longest, and there's a reason why they don't get too into exactly how old she is, but the way they're going it, she's about 900 to 1,000 years old, and she's done a lot of things in history. And there's a company who wants to sell to live forever, and obviously is where the experiment goes. I agree with Jeff. The story, I mean, needs a little help, and hopefully they'll do that when they come out with the next one, because they're going to. The way they left it off with the character that she was searching for came back at the end. So there definitely will be a season 2. Again, I love the fighting scenes. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Actors, there are a lot of good actors in it. Screenplay needed some help. But it is watchable.
I can't get past just that one whole thing destroyed a lot of the thing. And then the dude turning on them. That was,
yeah.
I could kind of believe it, but then I was like, nah, homie.
He wanted to die. I mean, I could take it because he wanted to die.
Yo, I can't roll with y'all for the next 2,000 centuries. I ain't got no love. I know y'all found each other and you just about killing and making the world different. I love y'all. I'm going to go sell myself to them. I'm not going to sell y'all out. I'm going to just say it's only me. And so you see what I'm saying? It was like, all he had to do was turn himself in.
That is true.
He could turn himself in.
Yeah.
We ain't had to fight.
Yeah.
As long as he ain't snitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's about 3-4 more of them up around the corner. When you see him, you know what I mean? Like, no.
Well, you're right. The story.
He could have. He could have walked in with the black dude. Was like, yo, let's try to cure your. Here's the cure for your wife. That just the thing that your wife died for. You know what I mean? Use me as the guinea pig because I got about 184 more lives before this goes. You get? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
You could have easily wrapped the whole thing up, and then I was just, I can't. I was like, nobody. It's a comic. In comics, you can start from the middle. You know what I mean? Like the X-Men are there. Then they can go back and be the origins.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, we love them because Wolverine got the claws. Then, 3 years later, we're going to be like, well, this is how you got the claws. You get what I'm saying? But when you're doing the movie, you don't need to give us the full background on it, which I think they spent a lot of time on it.
Way too much. Way too much.
It just fell apart. I was like, I got tired of hearing that soldier, the black girl say things. I was like, the bitch killed you. That was the best thing. It was just, bow.
Yeah. And
she got back up. Did you shoot me? You killed me?
Yeah, she kept fighting it. Like, you just literally.
It was so annoying. And then her acting skills weren't on par as the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
That showed. And that.
Yeah.
That showed so much to me that it made me distaste. It gave me that distaste in my mouth. Your screen performance isn't on par as them. Even though they're giving okay or BS movie the script to flip, I can deal with Damian Chitu selling this. I don't believe. Actor. Yeah, I don't believe the reasons for why his character would do this.
Right.
But when he's on screen, at least he's good in his presence.
Yes, he is.
Her with them, I'm like, maybe. Can we get one of the girls from the Lovecraft? Can we get an extra, please? How about the ghost? Give me the ghost.
Give me something.
I can't get behind it. That's why I said if you do a number 2, somebody, I think, you can't really kill Charlize Theron, even though she's immortal now.
Right.
You kill her, she's a draw.
She's a leader.
You know what I'm saying? She's the draw for the money,
right,
so people to watch the show.
She's the biggest character.
For people to watch the show. So you don't really want to kill her. That's what I said. You got to give her powers back. Either she take the black girl's powers, or she take the her girlfriend who was down the bad person.
Right.
Spoiler alert again. You know, who pops back up. You know, takes her powers. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is how I take them back. None of this. I can't because you know what?
place.
If a number 2 hits, I'm taking my time. I'm not even gonna be like,
Yeah, it'd be, sit there for a while. It'd be good.
Yeah, like what? Umbrella's back? Oh, hold on. Umbrella's. Oh.
So it's watchable, guys. Again,
It is.
The best part about this movie is the fighting scenes.
Yes.
Phenomenal. The fighting scenes. So hopefully that'll get you through it. So
That's the only thing. Yo, dude, when they were all captured and she was in like a car or something, I paused it and left for like a good hour and a half. I had to watch this movie in parts, bro. Like I couldn't.
yeah, I just wanted to see the fighting scene, man. I knew it was gonna, but I knew the choreography was gonna be real good.
Yeah.
So again, people, it's watchable. You need something to watch. It's not like you'll fall asleep. The action to keep you good, but if you're into like great stories, this might lose you.
Yeah.
So hey, try it. All right, let's keep moving. We got a couple more. Oh,
Gangs of London. Did I put you on? Who put me on this?
I put you on.
You
this.
put me on this. So yeah. The Gangs of London. My God.
People.
A Hidden Gem. Another BBC.
People. Hidden crown with all the diamonds and crust. This show right here is Power on steroids.
This shit better than Power.
It's Power on steroids. The BBC hit another one out of the park with this.
Yeah.
If you like,
this was on their version of Showtime. Sky's
Right.
their version of Showtime.
right.
Yeah.
So
it's
if
good.
you're into gangsters and drugs and plots and mystery and action,
Yo,
Power on steroids, people.
from the first episode when you see the black dude fighting, you knew you were on to something. It wasn't no regular, he did some kung fu, took a dart, threw it in a dude, and it was like 5 dudes that were bigger than him and knocked him out. They got good actors in it,
Yes.
so you knew something else was there. Like, oh, somebody put a little bit of change behind this. Like, you don't just see these people; they put a little change behind this. They did it very, very, very well. It's good. I don't even really want to spoil it on y'all. It's good.
I'ma
I'll spoil
spoil it.
that
I don't
old
care.
guard shit all day.
I will tell you this again. It starts off with the guy who's in charge. He's like the gang boss of boss. There are a lot of other gangs underneath him.
Yes.
Because he has the politicians and this and that. He brings all the bosses to the table, makes everyone work together. Everyone stays. You stay over there. You stay over there. Everybody makes money. When there's war, nobody eats.
Right.
Nobody eats during war. And he gets killed the first fucking episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first episode, he gets killed. And the entire, the rest of the season is pretty much them trying to figure out who killed him and why.
Yeah. You know what? Even when I watched the end of it, I was kind of like, who the fuck killed him? It was the bankers, right?
It was the, it was the bankers.
It was the bankers that
who
ended up killing
hired
him.
I don't know if the guy he wasn't Russian.
No, he was the
Dutch. They were Dutch.
Yeah.
Yo, what I'm talking about, militaried out.
Yeah.
Oh, when he was sniping them with the 40-40.
The best was when they were getting the little boy out of town, and they all were at the bar and they killed the dude, and they was like, yep, they down at that little joint, and the lady who made the bullets,
they went on
and
that,
they
they
killed
went to
her
that
kids,
farm,
and that
boy.
bitch was like, man, get the guns. I'm telling you, this shit
This
had
show, the
great
fact that we're not trying to give you spoilers.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
telling
yeah, I don't
we
even wanna give y'all
spoiled
shit.
Everything else for you. Again, if you're into Power, but this has better,
I can't even compare it to Power.
A better script.
Power never had no scenes
I want
like that.
to say that. I want to compare because this is like people hear it like, well, we love Power. So this has a better script than Power, has better acting than Power, has better action,
Better
than
budget.
Power. All around Power on steroids. So if you love Power,
This is like almost the I was gonna say the Wire with action, but no, not the Wire with action.
like that's what I said. To me, personally, if they would compare it to anything, they would compare it to Power. So I'm talking about with the popularity and how good it is. Wire was something different. Wire is in its
that was
own,
more the cops
its
to
own
it. Yeah.
category. So you compare this to Power. I wouldn't compare this to El Chapo and none of that other stuff.
No, I
So,
wouldn't get that
again,
either.
Phenomenal screen,
Yo.
phenomenal acting, phenomenal plot, and the way it ends, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, they come back season 2.
Way it ends. You thinking there's no, because when I'm watching this and it's getting towards the end, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be one of those things where it's one season and go. No. The way they ended it, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So put this as a number 1 on your must watch. And great story, great action, mother's love. What would a mother do for her kids? What would a father do for his kids?
Yeah.
Right here.
Gangs in London, definitely. Yo, that shit saved a little. That saved about a week of COVID, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh!
I blew through this, though. It was so good.
You had to.
I blew through
Once
it.
I saw that fight scene, I was like, oh, this shit's something else.
And it gave you a reason why this guy was so good at hand-to-hand combat, because he was in the military and but y'all watch it, yo.
Yeah.
Y'all watch it.
I don't even want to spoil this one.
Yeah.
I spoiled
Yeah.
everything else, but not that one.
Nah, not that one. Go watch that one. And again, hit us in the comments. Let us know what you thought about that. All right, we got a couple more. We're going to get in and get out real quick. This one, I just want to touch bases on this one right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love this because you look at it from a Western, you would think, but the acting in this, phenomenal. Phenomenal acting. All right, this happens in Montana. It deals with the reservation, the Indians, and how what happened to them about people stealing their lands, and how corporate people like to come in and try to steal. He's trying to steal his land, and how he fights for it. And when I mean someone's getting killed, hung up, this dude is brutal. He is brutal. His sons is brutal. You deal with different life, different things. You guys think we're up to season 3. It just ended.
This is not the one with Magnum PI, though, is it?
No, it's not the one. Okay. So if you want something to watch, 3 seasons and the 3rd season just ended, this is it for you. And his daughter is a fucking monster. She, and with her words, she is a bitch, but she bad. So you gotta deal with it. I
believe it.
So make sure you guys put this as one of your watch. Again, it's 3 seasons. 3rd season just ended. So it'll give you opportunity for those again who are stuck at home, and it give you some time. It'll take you about a week or 2 to go through all 3 seasons. So this is something you want to check out.
It's not bad.
All right, again, something running real quick for you guys who want to watch a movie and not just a TV show. Ava.
Ava was good.
Okay. All right. So again, this is Chastain, which a lot of people confuse her and Dallas because they're both redheads. And they get confused a lot, which is why I love The Help so bad, because they have both of them in it. And a lot of people didn't get that. The fact that they put both of them in it, but obviously she didn't have her red hair, but it just...
Yeah, that kind of saved it, because I was been like, that would be like, why the same girl doing this?
Exactly. All right, so this is a movie about a young lady who has demons, but she's a hit woman. And they went to, they didn't go too far back, which I loved about it. They just gave you a little bit about her background or why she became who she was and her demons and how she works through her demons.
Personal demons, not
personal
physical.
Demons. Right, her personal demons
no.
of going through the childhood she went through, going into the military and becoming an assassin, and being a former junkie, alcoholic, and that's the demon she's fighting through. What did you like about this film?
The action scenes were good.
Very good.
The actors are there.
Yes.
I can do without Common, but the actors are there.
Anybody could have played Common's role.
That's always a
that's the
Common
thing,
role.
yeah.
That's the shit that killed me. That's all. I haven't really seen good acting. Not
I
good.
get that. Anybody could have
Decent
played his role.
acting at a Common since maybe Smoking Aces. And he ain't really do much acting in it. He got shot. He got, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was just a bodyguard. But to me, he's very monotone. It's one role, one way. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you can't be the happy family guy. Nah, man, I got to be this guy over there. You know? I'm like, all right, bro, we don't need that. The story was good. I like how he would picked up the people. I like how I always forget what's the guy's name? He was playing the Irish guy.
Menjovic.
Yeah.
I jacked your name. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
John.
he
That's
always.
his first name is John. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah. I love how they double crossed him. You know
But
what I mean?
got to
and
see
try to
him
kill
really
it.
interact, even though at his age, you saw that hand-to-hand combat and you believed it though.
Right.
And you believed it,
and
especially with her.
He stood up for what he wanted. The storytelling, the pacing was good. If we took out Common and if we maybe see this is why I was like, well, yes, there's.
I mean, it wasn't
I
perfect.
can't do a sequel.
Colin Farrell. It will be a sequel because of his daughter.
I don't think so.
With that situation. But the fact that he just showed up to kill her and didn't kill her, that kind of rubbed me.
Motherfucker walked away. Started walking away, and I'm like,
you think you're gonna walk away from telling her what you just did to the man that she considered a father, and you thought you was gonna walk away from that one?
I was like, homie, if you ain't kill her then,
yeah.
Like you wasn't letting the dude walk away at the house.
And
you get what I'm saying?
And that's the guy who really. So
yeah.
It had a few holes, but it will keep you entertained.
Yeah,
it is an overall good movie. Again, good acting, good actors, good actresses. It had a good plot, great fighting scenes. It would make you would sit there, watch, and enjoy it. I'm
you
not
know what's
saying
sad?
The greatest.
Too bad the movies were shut down because this could have got some decent cash.
It would have got some cash.
It would have
I think they might even because we are in the tri-state area. In the tri-state area, all the movies are opening up on Monday.
Yeah.
So this might be one of the movies they might try to sneak in there
You
because
don't even think about that.
Wonder Woman doesn't come out till October 2nd. So we got.
Are they going to release that this year?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got a full month.
Do you think before we even go next, do you think Marvel will flip up and release something this year?
No, I think Marvel's going to stick to their script.
Everything in 2021.
They're going to release. The only thing is I don't know is when they're going to release Morpheus. That's the only thing that's kind of like shaky as far as them. Mutants they could keep. But we know what's the name's coming out the second. Wonder Woman 1984 that's coming out on the second, and
but think about
Black Widow's coming out November 6th.
So November. So Black Widow is gonna drop this year.
Yeah, she's coming.
They
out
didn't push
this
it to next year.
No.
So
I saw November 6th.
Yeah, they're gonna destroy. They're gonna destroy DC. People gonna just walk into the movie theaters. I don't care what else is out.
Well, that's why they were releasing Wonder Woman a month before. A month before. What do you call it? A month before Wonder Woman 2.
They might as well just put that shit straight to DVD. That shit over. Now, this is what I said on the other show. You buy your Disney stock. As soon as they opened up, so now you're talking about they're going to have multiple showings.
Yep.
That theater going to...
Well, that's the thing about this, because Tenet's coming out. We can talk about that next week.
Yeah.
That comes out, and, again, the fact that they're opening out on the Memorial Day, a lot of people are going to get out, go to movies, 40% worth of capacity. So if you buy 5 seats, they're going to put someone 6 feet from you. So they're doing that, depending on how you buy tickets.
The only thing that's keeping me from it is that it's out already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can watch. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
there's
if it
certain
was
movies like Tenet is out
because they put it out overseas first.
Right. So, but that's a movie I want to see on the screen in Adobe with all
It's
the action and everything.
It's a Nolan flick. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
In the digital joint. Your house don't even do it justice. I don't give a fuck what you got.
Ain't nothing like Adobe. We'll tell you that right now.
But that's how it was meant to be seen. So that's the only reason I'm watching it for. So you know what I mean? Like I'm like, hey, yeah. Because you know what? If they drop some of the Marvel stuff now, people gonna go watch them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll be strict Marvel because again, there's only a limited amount of seats. So places like Garden State Plaza are going to have it in every single theater.
And I don't know how late these time limits are gonna be. So you know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep doing 10 o'clock latest shows. That's probably
Yep.
a 2-hour flick.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So there ain't gonna be no 12.
Well, Tenet is 2.5 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
Woo.
So that's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Pay
we're
attention,
going to watch
folks.
it this week. We'll talk about that next week. Whatever.
Pay attention, folks.
Pay attention, now. All right, real quick on this one. Netflix again. Project Power. Real quick, in and out.
I like this better than Old Guard.
I did also.
I told you.
I did also.
Come on, bro.
I
They
did
should have
also.
had this black girl as that black girl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't
Yo,
remember
she
your
played
name,
that
young lady.
character phenomenally well.
But and
Phenomenal
she's been in
actor.
other things. I've seen her
Yeah,
face.
she has. She's a great actress.
They should have swapped. She should have did both. She should have did the Old Guard. If she did the Old Guard, I guarantee
She
would
would
have
have
been
did
better.
it better. I don't know if it was. Well, she was a bad actress. But this is again about a gentleman who he's the major.
Yeah.
Which I loved. You know why he was able to do what he was able to do as far as hand-to-hand combat. He was experimenting on. Came back and had a daughter, and his daughter wound up having special abilities.
Right.
So they wind up, kidnapping his daughter, and he wants his daughter. And it starts from there. They don't go, he's just flashbacking, but they start from, how,
Right.
these guys created a pill that will allow you to have powers for 5 minutes. But what I loved about it, you don't know what your power is.
Right.
So you had some people who power, like the guy was on fire.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why his face was burnt. And I loved how they did it to where, all right, because it wasn't who you was born as,
Right.
you had to deal with that power as you had to deal with it. Just like with the girl who was frozen, they had to heat her up to keep her comfortable.
Yeah,
And
she
the
died
moment,
real
yeah,
quick.
the moment, they turned the heat off, it was a wrap for her.
Yeah.
So this is a good movie. Go take a look at it, y'all. Great acting, in and out, phenomenal CG.
Yeah, CG was
great
really
hand-to-hand combat. If you like powers and stuff like that, and his power's the best.
Yeah.
But his daughter's a beast. She's fierce. So again, Netflix, take your time, go out and fill this one. All right, so we want to give you something that somewhat of a homework, something for you guys to check out. Raised by Wolves. All right, so HBO wants to jump into the streaming other than their networking type situation. This is a show that they put the money behind. They want to do a series themselves, something different. So this is what they call HBO Max. So this is where we're talking about 2024, 25, 2000, 500, where 2 androids are set to raise humans
Okay.
against a religious group of humans. So again, I really didn't get too much into it, but getting good ratings. I did manage to see a couple of episodes. I did see the episode. Sorry.
Okay.
And I like it so far. I got to see more before I fully judge it, but it does have good actors. So for you guys who were into Vikings, it has the Loaf Broke in there, the guy who said he would never do television again, which is why they killed him off in season 4. He came back to do this one, so it just
Okay.
goes to show you he believed that much into this. So yeah, guys, go ahead and check out. Give Jeff opportunity to catch up on this too. But it happens in the future, so you're gonna see some spaceship powers and Valkyries and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wanted to see it. I was like, it looked interesting. when
Yeah,
I
it
saw the
is,
thing.
man. It's
It
one of
looked
those
really
ones
good.
where you're gonna have to think.
Yeah.
Just like the Love Country, it's not that hard of a thinking because Love Country, that shit is whoa. Especially for those guys who didn't read the book, it's whoa. So just give you guys some homework. This is one you would want to start watching. Again, we'll start from episode 4 next week, and we'll start rolling from there.
Okay.
Any last words before we get out of here, Jeff?
Stop watching trash.
Yeah.
That shit is killing me. Damn it.
Right now, we're going to, I would say as far as the actors and everything's concerned, you're going to see a lot of things come out that normally wouldn't come out just to give people something to watch. And especially you have a lot of these guys that are trying to recoup as much money as possible, like Disney, because I just downloaded Mulan. It's going down tonight.
They're hurting right now.
Yeah,
they
hurting.
need Marvel to bring back this
Yeah,
stock.
they're hurting.
Man.
So
They hurting.
Marvel pushed everything back, but Morpheus has something to do with stage phase
All of
4.
them. The TV.
So the way they're dropping and especially with the Venom that's coming out, it's all over the place.
You got to remember, they haven't released the Marvel TV shows yet. They pushed them.
Yeah,
back
they did. They
because
did push
they go
that back.
hand in hand with
They
the
go
movies.
hand in hand, whatever.
So that's why I said if Widow or whatever it is dropping this month, I mean
supposed
this
to be
year.
November.
So
Maybe
then,
they change
so
it again.
then November they're gonna start the TV shows.
You have to.
You get what I'm saying? So now everybody gonna come back, start watching, stream it, but they lost $1 off of Mulan. Yo, look at all that money. Even $30. Some people watch $30. Some people watch free. Like, I just want you to think, yo, that's too much.
We watch everything, people, and we have zero.
That shit hurt.
Yeah. So they just to be able to watch that, but you just have like my cousin's wife, like she's pro Disney. Like I guaranteed she would do it just to see Mulan.
Oh
But
no, I
like,
guarantee it would
everything
do
about-
it.
Yeah, it would do it. But I'm watching it tonight.
And you know what sucks? Because now I was like, is it too late? Can they put it in theaters?
Yeah, it's too late.
Why?
It's too late because it was already released. It
So
was released
what?
today.
So what?
Nah.
Watch it on the big screen.
Because
in
my
Dolby.
thing is this: all right, you could get a month's worth of subscription from Disney and see all the episodes, or go to the movies and spend $30 one time.
Well, this was an extra $30 on top of your monthly
Right.
plan.
So, I mean,
I'm with you, but you get what I'm saying. So now
We'll
you
see
get to
if
go
they
out
do
and
it.
see it. You know what I mean? If it's really good, people gonna watch it twice.
I probably watch it. You know, Disney is phenomenal at coming through with stuff like that.
I know the CGI look good.
Yeah.
you ain't got to bullshit me on that
And
one.
I just
know.
downloaded it 720, guys.
Hey,
I'll
look at
let
that
you know.
dragon. I can see his fucking.
Yeah,
You know,
I was trying to get it in 1080, but I couldn't find it. So
Yeah.
I got it in 720. So we'll let you guys know how it went, along with a couple of other ones. So we're gonna do. We just want to give y'all this time a bunch of ones to try to watch. We'll stick with the boys and a lot of stuff we told you about episode to episode, and then what we'll do is give you one or two that we feel that you might want to watch as far as TV series and as far as movies.
Okay.
Thank you for watching our first episode of the Casting Room. See y'all guys next week.